On this episode, I am with
CEO of Bada, one of the fastest growing UK brands.
Are you comfortable saying what you went in prison for?
At the time when I went away for possession of firearm. I wanted to rumble with man in jail every day.
Making £1 million legitimately.
From the streets, bro. I've come from having no money. I come out of prison with no money in my pockets. I had not a penny to my name. I had to build everything from the ground, bro. Like,
in the beginning, I also mentioned that you're a fighter.
so I'm a mixed martial arts fighter. I started when I was 18 years of age.
Bad boy MMA fighter. I've seen some clips on Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, we've done a bit. We've done a bit to say. We've done a bit.
Not a guy to mess around with.
Depends on who it is.
It's been a long time since we've done the podcast and I'm glad we are back today. But before we continue, make sure you all press the like button, subscribe, because we're back, baby. On this episode, I am with the CEO of Bada, also a fighter. I'm just going to introduce straight into him, Mr. Kane Mousah.
Thank you, Raheem.
What are you telling me?
I'm good, bro, man. I'm good. I'm glad that we could finally sit down and get this ball rolling, man, because we've been speaking for a long time and now
100%.
we're here.
You threw a ballpark onto me because we were meant to do this podcast on a Thursday and you called me yesterday saying, Raheem, can we do tomorrow?
Well, we got to be spontaneous. It's like I said to you on the phone, sometimes when thoughts are out of our control, sometimes when thoughts come in and we need to move at certain times in this game, we've got to be able to deal with things, and you was able to get the job done and get down there, and here we are now, ready to rock and roll.
Got to make the opportunities happen.
Exactly.
But I'm going to start off with that just now because you said you want to release this around the time of your 35th birthday, which is tomorrow.
Yes.
So I want to give you firstly an advance happy birthday.
Thank you very much.
But also, why?
Well, my thing is this, it's kind of like, I understand as we grow as people, and as, you know, the role that I've developed over time from working and being the person that I am, I've ended up in a position where, you know, I'm seen as a person who motivates and inspires a lot of people to work hard, because that's what I believe in, that's what I represent, is hard work, dedication. And I feel like I always want to give my people, my audience, my supporters different aspects to the game. And I feel like at the age of me becoming 35, I just wanted them to be able to tap into me from a different aspect and from a different angle of me being here ready to talk to you about everything that I've been through and everything that I'm doing currently and what the plans are for the future. So I just wanted to give back, man, and my birthday being a special time when the date that I came on this earth I feel as a perfect opportunity to do it.
Fair enough. I'm just going to give you a bit of backstory here for the audience. So I've been out with Kane today for about 4 hours now. Yeah. And I've learned a bit about your story and all that stuff. So when I tell you guys it is a proper, inspiring, motivational podcast, this is one you're going to want to listen to. But I think let's just start off with a bit of a basis saying, what is Bada? So
basically, Bada is a brand that represents competition. It represents competitive spirit. It represents something which is competition that people in life, some people shy from, some people embrace. But I believe that competition is something that we all have to deal with somewhere along the lines of life. Yeah. And Bada just represents that. If you ever come up against anybody in a competitive situation, if you don't win that encounter or you don't win the competition, just make sure that people know that you was a dangerous rival. And that's what we represent. So
I was literally just going to say that because on the sleeve, this is your slogan, isn't it? Bada, be a dangerous rival.
Be a dangerous rival. And it's kind of like, you know, obviously I'm an athlete, I'm a fighter, but the brand isn't just for athletes or for fighters. It's for people who want to embody the spirit of a fighter, a fighter's spirit. Yeah. So it's kind of like bringing our energy through clothing to people. So when people either support, wear the clothing, you know, they get the sense of, you know, I've been strengthened by this brand, and that's what the brand represents.
I think we got to, because your life has been, what's your life been like?
In what respect? It's been crazy.
So what I'm trying to ask is, in the journey up until getting here, what's it been like to even get here in the first place? What is your backstory pretty much? What's your upbringing like?
Well, you know, my upbringing probably no different to high percentage of, you know, kids, especially kids from Manchester. Well, not just from Manchester, from council estates, not just council estates, but, you know, I was raised in a family with a single parent with my mum, with no father figure in my life. And, I came up. I was looked after well at home. My mum was a good parent. She's a great mother. She's a great person. She always looked after, made sure I had everything that I needed as a child. But as you start to develop, get a little bit older, and you start to venture out and reach into the streets, you start realizing that there's other things that you want to retain that your mum at the time probably can't afford. Do you get what I'm saying? So me being someone who was raised on a council estate by a single parent and by my mum, when I started to get to the age where I wanted to, buy my own things, this and that, and do certain things that other people were doing, I realized that, we're not that well off, and there's certain things that we can't do. And I feel like that hit me with a little bit of motivation to go hard.
Yeah.
That made me realize that, you have to work to get things that you want. But besides that, it was kind of, I had a bit of I had people around me in the streets who were involved in stuff and influences that I got involved in. And I feel like as time went on, I've always believed that I was set to do something bigger than just be on the streets.
Yeah.
I've always believed that I was set to do something a little bit more than that. So, as time's gone on, here we are.
Before we got here, you got caught up in altercations when you were younger.
Yeah.
At what age?
Probably starting from the age of 15. From the age of 15, 14, 15, I was involved in gangs.
Yeah.
I was in, them times there in Manchester was heavy gang influence on the streets, especially South Manchester. And my peers at the time, some of my friends, their family were involved in gangs, and it's something that we ended up being a part of. Yeah. And it's something that it definitely shaped my future, and it shaped the person that I am now.
So then you went to prison at what age? I
went to prison at the age of 21.
21, okay.
21, just turning 22.
So 6 years on the streets, roughly. 6-7 years.
6 years on the streets.
Yeah. And then you came out at what age?
I came out at 27.
Okay, so that was a bird and a half, pretty much.
Yeah, I got a 9, do 4.5 years.
Yeah. Are you not happy? Are you comfortable with saying what you went in prison for? Or?
Yeah, at the time when I went away for possession of a firearm with intent to endanger life. There was no real intent or anything. It was just our association to gangs that the prosecution was able to manipulate and be able to put it forward and get us under the intent to endanger life. But anyone associated with gangs or anything, that's how they put it forward to the court, that we were intending to do something with it. So that's why we got that.
I think from speaking to you, it seems like being in prison was like a drastic effect on your life in terms of your mindset shift from being on the streets to someone that you are now, big CEO of a company that just turned over $1 million last year.
Yeah.
So tell me a bit about that. We'll tell everyone about that, because it is quite inspiring when you were telling me over dinner.
Yeah, it's been a journey of, it's been a journey of trials, tribulations. It's been a journey of self-belief. It's been a journey of me understanding, like I said to you, from when I was younger, that I felt like I've been put on this earth to do more than just exist.
Yeah.
And that's something that, I've always maintained the belief of that. So I've worked hard. And through the experiences I went through, like I said, when I was younger, everything I went through when I was younger, the experiences that I went through and I'd say skills that I learned as well, I've been able to use them in a positive light and being able to put myself in the position that we're into today.
Which is?
CEO of Bada, one of the fastest growing UK brands in the UK, and the baddest brand about, soon to be the future of urban street and sportswear.
It's almost as if you scripted that. That was so perfect the way you just seamlessly said that on after what I said.
Yeah, it's just, it is. It's when you understand where you're going and you understand what you represent and you understand who you are, it's a beautiful thing. And right now I fully understand who I am. I understand where I'm going. I understand exactly what it takes to get down the road, or if you want to call it high, down the road, where it is, wherever that end goal is. I understand what it takes to get there. And, the brand is one of my vessels that's that we're working with to get to that point. And Bada is the future, bro. It's the future.
We'll get into the future and how Bada started later on in the podcast.
Okay.
But in the beginning, I also mentioned that you're a fighter.
Yeah.
So for people who might not understand what I mean by fighter,
yeah,
what is that and when did that all start for you?
So I'm a mixed martial arts fighter.
Yeah.
I started when I was 18 years of age.
Bad boy MMA fighter. I've seen some clips on Instagram, YouTube.
Yeah, we've done a bit. We've done a bit to say. We've done a bit.
Not a guy to mess around with.
Depends on who it is. If it's my mum, you can, or my kids, they can mess around, they can get away with it. But besides that, I probably not.
Yeah.
But what I'm saying is, I started when I was 18. Started with my uncle. My uncle's a fifth dan in karate, but a few other disciplines blended in at the same time under his sensei, which is Joe Ray. So my uncle, when I say I've never had a male role model, I mean in the house living with me, I've always had my uncle coming around from time to time to give me, someone to look up to in that respect.
Like a male figure, isn't it?
Yeah, he was my idol when I was younger because we always had a picture of him doing a sidekick against a fighter called Phil Nurse. And that was on our fireplace, and that's something I always used to look up and think, I want to do something like that. He looks cool. So then, as time went on, I got involved in obviously all the stuff on the streets, and I was heavily involved in gang activity. I was having street fights on a regular basis, involved in all types of crazy stuff. And I got to a point where, being in a gang myself, there was always a level of hierarchy. And for me, I was young. I'm 4 years younger than
the other gang members.
Other guys who were in the gang, obviously. And for me, it was kind of, I was always a little bro.
Yeah.
I was always a little bro. I was always, it's Kane. You get what I'm trying to say? There was probably times within the gang where there was bullying that I come across where I felt, that I needed to step my game up.
Yeah.
And obviously being involved in a gang and being involved in situations where you were being tested on a regular basis, I needed to make sure that I could look after myself. So I started training with my uncle, went to my uncle and said, listen.
So let me just stop you there. Did you train for the sole purpose of self-defense being in a gang?
It was a mixture. I seen a friend of mine, Ashley Smith, I seen him have a fight. And I seen it on the phone, and I said it was on the phone these times. And when video was starting to hit phones on a regular, and people were starting to use content to market themselves and whatever. And he had a fight on YouTube at the time, and I said, "Boy, I need to do this. This is looking serious. This is what I want to get involved in." So then it all just kind of fit in. My uncle, all the stars aligned at the time for that situation. You have my uncle, who obviously is the fifth dan. You had me being involved in the streets, and then you have my friend who's actually active doing cage fighting. So I hit him up, went to the gym with him, and the rest is history from there.
So would you say your fighting is like a fighting career now?
Yeah, my fight. Yeah, it's a career. That's what one of the major ways I earn money is through fighting.
So what's the main focus for you right now? Is it Bada or is it fighting, or they're both?
They're both intertwined. Would
you say they go hand in hand with each other as well?
They both go hand in hand. They both exist, with each other, at the side of each other. They're both as important as each other. Yeah. Without fighting, I wouldn't have Bada.
Why is that?
Because me being a fighter is the reason why I met my business partner. He reached out to me on that aspect. My business partner reached out based on me being a fighter, and we sat down. And then obviously it evolved from there. We came up with the name. And obviously me being in the streets as well, when we were younger, we used to say Bada man and all this type of stuff. So it all just tied in.
Yeah, it made sense.
And we're here now.
So where did you meet your business partner then?
So at the time, I was doing a lot of work at the time. I was working with an artist at the time, and we were doing business with them. He had another brand at the time, which I won't speak about, but he had another brand at the time, and we spoke. We were working together, and then basically he reached out to me and said, "Look, let's sit down. Let's put our heads together and let's do something proper happen." Because he didn't want to work in that situation anymore. He wanted to come over and work with myself. And then obviously, from there we sat down, we bounced our heads together, and we come up with it, man. We come up with Bada. Well,
like you said, it was £1 million turnover last year. And Bada, you said you started in 2017. So in the space of roughly about 3-4 years, turning over £1 million, what's that feeling like for you? From someone coming from the streets to now making £1 million legitimately.
Yeah.
What's that feeling like?
For me, it's something that I knew when I was younger. I always knew we were set for great things. I couldn't tell you exactly what it was.
Yeah.
So when we achieved, you know, turning over the revenue that we turned over, it was kind of, for me, was kind of validation and confirmation that everything that I believed when I was younger was right. But coming from where I came from and what I've been through, it was a crazy, crazy, amazing experience. Do you understand? Because you got to look at it like this. I've come from the streets, bro. I've come from having no money. I come out of prison with no money in my pockets. I had not a penny to my name. I had to build everything from the ground, bro. Like, do you get what I'm saying? And it's not just Bada. Bada is a part of my journey. I was building myself before I came into Bada.
Yeah.
Do you understand? I was working, like I told you earlier, I was working PT, assistant manager, pure gym, GM, worked my way up through there, which all them skills I've been able to bring over. So it was an amazing feeling. And it was something that set me in my mind to say, right, we've got here. Now it's time to go harder and show everybody, show myself first, my family, and show everyone what it's about, man.
So let's go into a bit about your prison life, yeah? So this is where it all started for you, really. We were having this conversation over at dinner, and you were saying that you met a guy there, and without meeting that guy, you don't think you would be in the position where you are right now. Yeah,
that's true.
So when you were in prison, and was that new to you when you were in prison?
Was it what?
Was it like when you first got into prison, or was it towards the end of your sentence?
That was midway through the sentence. Okay, so basically, I've been in jail for about 2 years, 2.5 years. Well, about 2 years, 3 months at the time. And basically, I was obviously, me being in prison as a fighter. Don't forget, I was arrested 3 days after my professional debut. I was arrested 3 days after that.
Oh, is it?
Yeah. So obviously, I'd already been Vegas for the Ultimate Fighter. Yeah. So, you know, I was kind of the momentum was kicking. So was just started to kick.
Throughout your wrestling career, were you still on the roads?
So just before I got locked up, I was realizing and being told by everybody that, you know, you got potential to be great within the sport. Do you get? So what I was doing was I was transitioning. And when I was arrested, it was kind of at the end of my transition when I was ready to go full switch sides and get straight into chasing my dreams and becoming something great. Yeah. Unfortunately, you can call it unfortunate or you could call it fortunate, whichever way you want to look at it. Yeah. Yeah. It could have went either way. I'd take it as a blessing because I could have either been in a worse place, I could have been dead myself, or I could have been arrested for something a lot worse at the time. Like
you said earlier on, it's like that life, you only leads on 2 roads, either prison or death.
Yeah, it's either prison or death if you stick with it and you stay active with it and you really go hard with it. And then the small percentage, and I say the small, I mean the minute percentage, are the ones who come out unscathed. And luckily for me, I was able to turn the tide at the right time, but it was off the back of my prison experience. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I was in prison, I never stopped training. I never lost belief that I'd be able to come back out and get my career back on the road. Yeah. So at the time, being in jail, I would kind of like look for anyone to train with. So I'm trying to get anyone, didn't matter how big they were, what size they was. I just wanted to grapple, wanted to train, I wanted to rumble with man in jail every day. Yeah, I was on the wing, wrapping up man, in the gym downstairs, strange ways downstairs, wrapping up man, couple man at a time. Because obviously I was a high level competitor at that time, so it would take for me to get a proper workout. I would need to at least
because these guys on your level.
Either someone on my level or I need at least 3 man to grapple with. That. Yeah, I need to. Come on, bro, you're mad. I need at least 3 man at them times. Yeah. You get me? At least 3 man, so I can grapple with one man, twist him up. Yeah. Go bring another man in, twist him up, bring the next man in, and this is just facts, bro. This ain't no gas. It's just facts. Do you get what I'm saying?
I believe it.
This is facts, bro. So I need 3 man, and what I did was then I'd get someone, I'd start training them up, and they'd develop their skills. So then I could use that person then to keep me sharp. Do you get what I'm saying? Yeah. So whilst I was in prison, I was going through that thought process of, listen, Kane, you know, there's no way there's no way that your career is not going to continue.
Yeah.
There's no way that God,
still had a lot of hope
God has got, I had a big hope, bro.
Yeah.
Not little, I had big hope.
Okay.
I had big understanding, not even hope, I knew that, I've been put on this earth to do something more than just exist. And I maintained that belief all the way through.
Yeah.
And like I said to you, when I was in prison, I was training with everybody because I knew as soon as the opportunity came for me to get out and get back in the cage, I needed to make sure I was ready. And we're talking about the transition in jail when I realised that, you know what, this game's a little bit, the roadside games, it's long, is when I was in the prison in Nottingham, and there was a guy that came in, I'm not saying where from, the guy that came in, and everyone came to me like, yo, there's someone in who's come in who's a not a fighter, trainer.
Okay.
Trains is
He
like,
trains the fighters.
Yeah, he trains the fighters and he trains with the fighters. Yeah.
Okay,
So
yeah.
At a big known gym that I knew. So I was like, okay, sweet. I didn't know him. So anyway, me and him sat down when he came in, went to the gym. Obviously everyone's around in it like, right, okay, because I've been wrapping everyone up at these times in the jail. You get me in the gym. So gym, I'm wrapping man up, big man, 16 stone, 17 stone, I'm wrapping these man up. So when this geezer's coming out, everyone's like, right, this might be a challenge for him.
Like competitions now.
Yeah. So people thinking, right, this might be a challenge for Kane, yeah. So anyway, me and this guy, we were cool though. We introduced myself to him, and then we sat down, then we started grappling. Anyway, couple times in we're grappling, we develop a relationship. So obviously as it is in prison, you ask the question. So I asked him the question, I said, look, what are you in for? And he was 51 at the time. And he basically said to me, look, he said, I've been earning money selling drugs since I was 15. He said I became a millionaire when I was 22, 23 in my earlies, like big money, making big dough. And I was like, right, okay. Like he was making big money, bro, yeah? And he'd had a clean run all the way through till his 50s. When he was 50, someone in his situation, one of his partners, made a bad decision and opened up the doors for the police to come in and look at their situation. Before you know it, he's on a massive conspiracy charge, and he ended up getting 20 years. And
I don't know if you want to say that exact situation, but for anyone who's seen Power, it's basically that. Yeah,
that's how he was running. Yeah. He was running like that, and he ended up getting big jail for what he was doing. And he basically said to me, look, bro, when I was sat down with him, and at this time I was 25, and I was trying to just kind of fully understand where I was going with my life at that time in prison. I was there and I was thinking, right, okay, I'm fully like done with this thing now. I'm not involved in that no more. What am I doing? And the conversation with him made me realize that after he told me exactly how sharp and how strategic and how organized his situation was, and he still got caught. And he got caught when he was 50, and he had a clean, and he'd had a clean run all the way through his 20s. And he said to me, he said, it's not worth it, bro. He said the game's not worth it. He said, I'm 51 now. He said, I've got a big sentence. He said, everything I own is being taken off me. He said, my money's gone. The pocket on me. They want money off me. They took everything I own. My wife, my kids, everyone's struggling. And I was at that point, I just thought, well, am I built like him? And when I say built like him, when I listened to how strategic and organized he was with his movement, I realized that I wasn't built like that.
Yeah.
I wasn't built like that. And to be built like that, I'd have to be coming out and I'd have to be on some different level
of what you was before.
Where I was before.
Yeah.
And then the risk was still there at the end of it. So for me, it wasn't
adding up.
It wasn't adding up. So that was a transitional period that made me think to myself, right, Kane, let's start looking at different angles at what we can do.
Yeah. So then when you started looking at different angles that you could do, at that point when you had that talk with him, him being caught when he was 50 years old, you've come to the realization that there's no end to this other than prison or death.
Yeah, well, like I'll always say, I'm not someone who's gonna sit here and make out like there's not people who get through.
Yeah. But
they get through looking over the shoulder. They get through always having to be on the toes, always having to be vigilant, always. And for me, that's not a way to live life. For me, to live life is
constantly looking over your shoulder.
Bro. Yeah. I'm here to live, not exist. I keep telling you, I know people saying, "Oh, well, living is But for me, it's like living is having peace of mind that you can go to sleep at night and not worry about your door being kicked off.
Yeah, fully.
Do you understand? And that kind of made me realize that, you know what, Kane, you need to kind of sit down with yourself, have a conversation with yourself, a real conversation, and see how you're gonna come out of here and not get caught up in the same old trap that you was in.
So tell me, so at that point where you had that talk with him, what were your next steps? What did you decide from that point onwards? Because that was midway through your sentence.
Yeah, that was midway through my sentence. And obviously at the beginning of my sentence, when I got found guilty, I said to myself, I said, listen, Kane Mousah can't do 4.5 years in prison.
Yeah.
I said, I can't do that. This is the type of thought process that I use. Like, I can't do that. I can't do 4.5. And then what happened was, when I first got sentenced and I got guilty and I got sentenced, I went and see my probation officer in prison. And I said to her, I said, look, I said, Joe, I said, can I get my DCAT? Bro, she laughed me out of the room like, get out of here. You've just been...
For people who don't know what a DCAT is, what is that?
DCAT is the lowest category of prisoner. So DCAT is the lowest category. That is where if you go straight from court to a DCAT, you're a fraudster. Yeah. Low level crime. Do you get what I'm trying to say?
Not like your murders and
no.
Okay.
That's you're talking ACAT.
So you got A, B, C.
So what happens? You got A, B, and C and D. Yeah. When I first got remanded, I was in obviously Strangeways, Forest Bank, Strangeways. Then when I got sentenced, I went to a BCAT prison, which was Loudon Grange in Nottinghamshire. So when I went there, but before I went there, I spoke to my probation officer and said, can I get my DCAT? She laughed me out of there. All the man them on the wing. I said, yo, to my coldy, I said, yo, bro, I need my DCAT, bro. I can't do 4.5. This is long. It's not like jail itself wasn't the issue. Yeah. Being in prison with man and on the wing is not an issue for me. The issue is the time I'm wasting. The issue is the time that I'm wasting that I ain't getting back. That was the only issue. Time away from my family. You get me? At the time I was in a long-term relationship. Losing that relationship was the issue.
I know you got kids now. Did you have kids then as well?
I didn't have kids then, no. So then what happened then was I went to my probation officer. I said, listen, can I get this DCAT? She laughed me out. She said, Kane, forget about that. To getting shipped out to Loudon Grange, fast forward, halfway through my sentence. Now that was at the beginning of my sentence. That was just after I got sentenced. So you're talking, I did 9 months on remand. I did an extra 4 months. So you're talking around 15 months in. I got shipped out to this other prison. Then I'm there. Then we get through to 2.5 year. And the legislation changed and they started offering DCATs to BCATs because the prison system was overrun at the time. So I'm in my cell, I'll never forget it. Someone shouted out the window, yo, Kane, yo. And I'm saying, what? And they're going, yo, you know they're giving DCATs out to BCATs now, bro. I said, what? I said, bro, I shouted my colleague. I said, yo, bro. I said, I'm putting in for this DCAT. Man was like, yeah, get it. Just chill out, man. Just relax yourself, whatever, yeah? I'll never forget it. Anyway, I applied for my DCAT and I spoke to my wing officer and I said, look, what do I need to do to get this? Because I need to get this. And he said, you need to do some courses, conflict management, stress management, victim awareness, anger management, all these courses. Bro, listen, you see next day, back, application form. All of the courses, man's down there with his books like I'm back in school.
What was the big thing for you to get from BCAT to DCAT?
What do you mean? What was the big thing?
Like, why did you want to go there?
Because you go to DCAT, bro. You're getting home leaves.
Oh, is it?
You're getting home leaves, bro. I had 2 year, 3 month left on my sentence.
Oh, okay.
Do you understand? I had 2 year, 3 month. I would have been in closed prison, not seeing nothing, not seeing my girlfriend, not doing nothing, brother. Do you understand?
Yeah, fully locked up then.
Fully locked up.
Yeah.
DCAT, you get out, you go home every Saturday.
Okay.
You get a home leave once a month.
Okay.
You get to work out every day. You get a work license so you can go out and work out. So when that opportunity arose, I was like, what, are you mad, bro? I'm jumping on this. So I jumped on it. Next thing you know, I smash all the courses. I'm keeping my head down on the wing. I'm doing my bit, whatever they wanted to call me on the wing at the time. I'm just being cool with everyone. Officers, yes, Gov, you all right? Yeah. Not causing no issues, not getting no intelligence on me, not doing nothing, not trying to be involved in nothing. Man, them are doing parcels on the wing. I'm not involved.
Yeah.
Man, them are doing this on the. I'm not involved. I'm just keeping my head
Your
down
name
because
out of it,
I'm trying to stay. I'm focused, brother.
Yeah.
So anyway, bam. Next thing you know, I do all my courses. I'm in my pad. Letter comes under the door. Congratulations, Mr. Musa, you've been given your decap. Man was singing to the highest out the window. Yo, what you saying? Yo, man's got his decap, bro. Shouting at Cody, shouting at other brethrens, all of the man them on the wing. There was enough man on the wing. Everyone's going sick. Everyone's giving it me. You get me? Because, everyone knows it's real around there. Do you get what I'm saying? So. Everyone's going mad. Next thing you know, fast forward again, boom, I'm in this DCAT now. So I land in the DCAT. A couple of my man them are in there already, so they've greeted me and I'm getting the pattern on what's happening in the prison. I'm saying to man like, what's the pattern? What's going on? Man, I say, yo, bro, you're on your fitness thing, on this fighting thing, bro. He said, yo, man, them are working at Fitness First, Man, them are getting jobs at Fitness First, bro. I'm like, what? Like, yeah, man, getting in the gyms, teaching classes on the... I said, where do I go? Sign me up straight away. Man said, you need to pattern up Mr. Cooper. So obviously now, we're on job again. I need to pattern up this geezer.
Back to focus. So then, boom, I've got another target. Yeah.
Another target, which is patterning up my man. Step-by-step goals that I always talk about. Step-by-step. My first step was to pattern up this geezer, get on the course.
Yeah.
So I went in the gym, started training in front of this geezer, putting work in mad circuits. And my man come over, started talking to me. Next thing you know, developed a relationship. Boom, I'm on the course. My man's got me patterned in on the course. I did an 8-week level 2 gym instructor course. Got my qualification. Bam, next thing, fast forward. I'm in Derby Fitness First.
So explain this to me. So you could go to Fitness First whilst you were serving your sentence.
So I had 2 years left. By the time I'd finished all my course and everything, I had about 2 years left. They would give you a license in the morning, and that would allow you to go on the prison bus to Derby City Centre. I'd walk from the city centre to Derby Fitness First.
Yeah.
So now I'm in Fitness First, working in Fitness First. And obviously I'm in there, jail house. I'm about 13 stone, just looking grizzly, just in there. Just people must have thought, what's going on, bro? Because I was hench, brother. Yeah, I was hench. So have
you got a picture of it at all?
I've got a picture, man. We can show you that. Yeah, I'll send you that. I'll send you that so you can put it out. So boom, I'm in there now and I'm patterning it. So now I'm in a new environment. I need to pattern up again. Do you get me? I need to make sure that I've got everything nice in this establishment now. So then the manager, guy called Dobbo, shout out to Dobbo if you're watching this. Dobbo was my manager at the time. Me and Dobbo had a great relationship. I was working hard and I was grateful for the opportunity at the end of the day. Yeah. I've got 2 years left on my sentence. I've got man them that were locked up at the same time as me, got similar time that I was in closed prison now. I'm out eating good food, chatting to gal, doing all types of things. Obviously, my relationship was done by these times because that's something that I lost along the road. Okay. So I'm interacting with females. I'm enjoying life. Yeah. You get me? With 2 years left. So then
you have that sense of human interaction around you.
It was amazing, bro. I'd not had any form of like outside interaction for 2.5 years, whatever it was, 2 years, 9 months.
To get that must have been a different.
It was sensational, bro, and it's something that I always remind myself of. You know, to always make myself grateful for where I am at now. Always continue to remind myself of where I've come from on a daily basis when things are not going good, whether it's through the business, whether it's through my fight career, whether it's through my personal life, whether it's through just myself. When things are not going good, I always remind myself where I've been. And it spurs me on, it gives me that rejuvenation to say, yeah, man, let's go again. That's why I'm always happy, I'm always focused. Do you understand when I say happy? I might have them moments,
but you're still...
Straight away, I've got that backing system built in. So straight away, when I just sit down and go...
I've come very far from...
I've come very far, bro. From let's not even talk from prison, from young. From Victory Street in Rusholme, bro, from where it started. So at this point now, I've got my working out. I'm working out at Fitness First and I'm smashing it. I'm doing all the classes, teaching, doing yoga. Some of the skills that I learned from my uncle, they put me on the yoga class. So I'm taking 60-year-old women through yoga stretches. I'm in there talking like I've done I'm a yoga teacher, like I've got my qualification. Yeah, like a yoga with the voice and everything. And now we'll go into a deep stretch.
One of them ones.
Meditation. I'm taking people through meditation, bro.
Yeah.
Like, man's different with it. I'm not just saying it. Man's taking women through meditation. Close your eyes.
Was it just
relax.
to get extra classes so you can?
Nah, this is just because I'm passionate. I love helping people, bro.
Yeah,
Naturally, I love that. That's who I am by nature. So actually, in there is just doing what I love to do, which is help people become better. Do you get what I'm saying? So anyway, I'm in there now, and then one day, this guy comes through, and this guy is a level 3 qualifier. So this guy's a level 3 qualifier, and I seen him walk through the gym, and as he's walked through the gym, straight away, because we're opportunists where we're from. Do you get what I'm saying? We're opportunists. Straight away, I've seen this guy, and I'm like, right, he's got a laptop. He's got something else. He's on stuff. Straight away, straight over. Hi, you right? Kane, nice to meet you. Do you need any help? Yeah, I'm just looking. I'm handing out level 3 qualifications. Straight away, level 3. I'm thinking I'm level 2. I ain't even getting paid in this bitch. I need to get paid, bro. So I'm like, yeah, level 3. So straight away, yeah. What is it? Who's it for? Yeah, it's for your instructors. Anyone who's doing over 48 hours paid work. Obviously, I'm not paid. So straight away, I said, yeah, no problem. Just stay here 1 second. Straight into the office. Yo, double. You need to tell my man I'm on 48 hours paid work. Otherwise, I can't get this level 3 qualification. Patting him up. Yeah, Fitness First ain't about no more double, so don't worry about it. So, boom. Anyway, doubles come out. Boom. Yeah, he's doing 48 hours paid work. Sign him off. Next thing you know, I'm on a 9-month distant learning course. So I'm doing this 9-month distant learning course, and I'm educating myself, bro. Self-education. I see this tutor once every month. So once every month he comes in, but I'm actually educating myself. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm learning. I'm starting to learn about anatomy, about body, about everything. I'm starting to learn about the function in the body, strength programs, everything. I'm really taking this in because I was really at that point, but I have nothing in it. I'm in here and I'm looking for my direction. Where am I going when I come out? So I get this qualification now. I'm working at Fitness First. This is another bit of adversity that they smacked me with. Next thing you know, boom, Fitness First starts to go into liquidation. So that means the gym that I'm working at's about to close down.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? So the gym I'm working at's about to close down. So I'm panicking now, thinking, right, what am I going to do? But because I had such a good relationship with Dobbo, he spoke to someone in Burton Fitness First, and said, listen, can Kane come over? So the manager let me come over. I started working there. And then I met another manager called Fiona Smith, built a sick relationship with her. At this time, I'm still doing my distant learning. She then ended up going over to Pure Gym. And then she said, listen, as soon as you get your qualification, I'll come over to Pure Gym and then and I'll give you the job. So I'm buzzing now thinking, right, man's about to be man's really going to be level 3 PT getting paid. Fast forward, she goes over, I go over, I get a car. The prison signs me off a car. I've got a car. I'm driving. But at the time when I was driving, it was in Mansfield. And there's a gym called Fourth Dimension. And there's a guy called Andre Winner used to fight for Cage Warriors and UFC.
Okay, yeah.
And I knew he was training up them ways. So I messaged him and he said, yeah, bro, this is the gym. Coincidentally, on the way to Mansfield, the gym's there. So what I used to do on the way to Mansfield to go and train, I used to work. I used to stop off at the gym, do some MMA with them, man.
Yeah.
And then go to the gym, do my shift, and go back to the prison.
Yeah. So
luckily for me, I had a system. Do you get me? So every day I go.
And I'm guessing the prison, they obviously had a tracker on the car and all that stuff.
Nah. You get a license. It's bro, you decat. You're a trusted person.
Oh, okay, like that.
You're trusted. If you breach it, then it's down to you. You're the one who's going back to closed prison. It's that true. Simple. Do you get what I'm saying? So they don't need to track you. So anyway, I'm going to train with Andre and that, and then I'm going to Pure Gym. Next thing you know, I'm in Pure Gym and I'm bringing the jailhouse workouts to this gym. I'm in the group PT. I'm in the group classes, teaching the classes, and I'm doing some different jailhouse bare workouts, like high intensity HIIT workouts, muscle endurance workouts. Next thing you know, people are coming up to me on the gym floor. how much is it for a session? I'm like, oh yeah, like £30 for an hour. And then boom, as soon as I started getting a few clients, the next thing you know, I'm getting cash money in my hand. I'm like, this is legal money. This feels different, bro.
Yeah.
This money feels different. This is legitimate money, and people are just giving it me for me teaching them something that I was been doing in jail with every Tom, Dick and Harry, and new people on the wing who wanted to take gym and strengthen up. Now these people are paying me. Do you get what I'm saying? So when I started to feel that legal cash, something switched in my brain, and it made me realize that whoa, you're actually worth
something now.
You're worth something now, Kane.
Yeah.
You actually can generate revenue yourself. You don't need to shop drugs. You don't need to do nothing. I've got a trade. I remember someone always telling me when I was younger and I was too obnoxious, so I'm just too young. Yeah. I would say obnoxious, a bit just too young. And someone saying to me that you need a trade, young man. You need a trade.
That you can.
And I never wanted to be a joiner. Never wanted to be an electrician. So it didn't really resonate with me. But when I first got that money, cash in my hand from them first PT sessions,
you realised
that's when that clicked in, and I thought, right, this is my trade. Oh shit, I got a trade now.
Yeah. I'm
a PT. I'm qualified. I can get paid. So anyway, next thing you know, this is where my creativity kicked in. Now I'm doing max out training programs, pictures of me on little cards. I'm finding someone in the gym said, "Oh, I do cards for business cards." So I got a picture of me hanging with my abs out, legs out straight, max out training. These are my business cards. So now I've got business cards, bro. I'm going back to prison with business cards. I was the only prisoner in the history of Sudbury Prison. No. Some people did have, but I was the only one that had a level 3 qualification in the history of that prison.
Okay, like that.
Because I bumped into the qualifier.
For it, yeah.
I bumped into him. If he wouldn't have bumped into me that day, I would never have been level 3 qualified, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Still be on level 2.
I'll still be level 2.
I don't know where your life would be right now.
I don't know where, but that's what I'm trying to say. The stars aligned at the right time for people who carry belief, clean intention in the heart. Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And work ethic. These are the fundamentals that have paved the way.
From what I gather from you, from chilling with you and just talking to you so far throughout this podcast, you seem like a guy who, once you figure out your steps, or once you figure out your goals, shall I say, you find the steps, baby steps, exactly what to do to get there. Of course. You've done that for everything you've done so far.
Of course, it's everything's step by step.
Yeah.
And I learned that through when I started to do my because obviously then from PT, I accelerated. I became an assistant manager. The regional managers came in, they see me. They were like, who's this guy?
Yeah.
Like, they came in, the regional manager, I'm not going to say his name, but I know he'll see this anyway. He's a legend. He is a legend. He once said to me, he came in, he was from Manchester, he see me and he was like, what's this guy doing here? From Manchester.
Were you still in prison at these times?
I was in prison, but the manager hadn't told her regional.
Okay.
Do you get me? So then she told her regional. Then when the regional knew, the regional was like, okay, let's give this guy a go. Let's give this guy, this is why I say Pure Gym is one of the greatest establishments, businesses that I've ever encountered, because they helped change my life. They gave me an opportunity and I'm grateful for them for that.
Pure Gym, shout
out to Pure Gym, man, because if it wasn't for them, once again, I wouldn't be here now, because they taught me so many skills. And the regional said to me, he said, you know what, Matt Buckley, yeah, that's who it is, my guy.
We could decide later.
Nah, it's sweet, man. We're saying Matt Buckley, man. We're saying Matt Buckley. We're telling him. So anyway, so the regional, he come and he said, he spent time with me. He said, keep an eye on him. Let's see what he's about. And then obviously they kept an eye on me. And then as I started to accelerate, the manager that hired me, she got sacked.
Oh,
and
okay.
The manager that hired me, she got sacked because she just wasn't. There was a lot
just
of
general reasons.
There's a lot of KPIs,
Okay,
key performance indicators. A lot of KPIs that she wasn't ticking the boxes on certain things. And then obviously the regionals came in. She had to leave, and then they said to me, "Look, all the team was kicking off," and I said to them, "Listen, I'll pattern everyone up. Don't worry about it." And the regionals looked at me and gone, "Okay." So then couple days later, I got a phone call. Do you want to apply for the assistant manager job? Next thing you know, fast forwards, man spinning around on the chair in the manager's office like this, looking around thinking, yo, what do all these papers on the, what do all these papers on the wall mean? All these graphs and numbers, and it's all a bit too much. You get me?
Yeah.
But anyway, Pure Gym being Pure Gym, they go on.
At that point, when you're spinning around, you're seeing all these things. Did you feel like you bit off more than you could chew, or what?
Yeah, it was at a point where I thought, Ras, you've signed yourself up here, bro. Like, that's what I do sometimes. I'll put myself in, and then I'll find a way to
stick yourself straight in the deep end.
Yeah, but I'll find a way to swim, bro, to float. I'll always do it, bro. Yeah. So anyway, next thing you know, boom, we get a good manager in with me, and they start developing me within that. Next thing you know, fast forward a year as an assistant manager, I applied for a Shining Stars course, which is like a course which is developed by some psychologists that come in to help develop assistant managers into GMs. So I applied for that course, and there was 40 applicants who applied for it, and out of the 40, only 10 of us got on the course. I was one of them.
How did you know about this course?
Because they advertise it in the emails. So Shining Stars, advertise in your emails, apply, and you're not guaranteed to get whatever.
The reason why I asked this is because there's a lot of people who might not know about this.
This is a course that is through Pure Gym at the time.
Yeah, but even that, there might be some people who don't even check their emails to know about it.
Oh, yeah, of course, man. Check your emails, man. Yeah. Check your emails. That's one thing I learned from Steve Norton. Check your emails. And that came through, and I said to Steve, look, can I go for it? He's gone, look, Ken, you probably might not get on it. You've only been assistant manager a short period of time. At this time, I'd only been assistant manager, so I'd only been assistant manager for 6 months at the time, and I applied for the course. I did the course. The course was a six month course. I had to get on the tram to Leeds. I had to do the course. I had to get on the tram, go and do loads of group exercises. We had to do an assessment day to get in. You had to do team leadership skills. You had to demonstrate team leadership skills. I demonstrated them. They picked me. They put me on the course. I did the course for 6 months. Then an advert for a GM role popped up. Don't forget, I'm living in Mansfield. I'm not going back to Manchester. I stayed out of Manchester because I had to make the decision.
I'm not from the area, so how far is Mansfield from Manchester?
Hour and 45 minutes.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So that's how far I stayed away from home. So I didn't go back to Manchester after I was released. Because don't forget, what I didn't say is, whilst I was in prison, I started making real money now. So in my locker, I've got £4,000-5,000 stacked up. Good money. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I used that money to get myself an apartment. So I got an apartment in Mansfield just before I was released. So I had an apartment patterned up, sat off, ready. Yeah? No one knew about it. I had my apartment. I had a brand new Audi A3. One of my brethren patterned me up. Yeah, he used his credit, got me a brand new Audi A3. So I had an Audi A3 brand new off the lot. Went to Audi myself, drove it straight home on a working day. Said I was going to work, jumped on the train to Preston, got Preston Audi, got my Audi, had that parked off, had my apartment. Bam, on release, I had a gaff set up.
And a car.
And a car, and a job. Do you get what I'm saying? And I was getting paid. I was on, I think it was 28k. On release, I was on 28k a year. So from prison, I was on 28k a year. And then, obviously, I went through all the developments. And then I applied for a GM role. And I got knocked back on my first GM role.
When you say knocked back, what do you mean?
I didn't get it.
Oh, you didn't get it, no?
Nah, I went into the interview. And I went into the interview with my phone on. I went into the interview in my my Pure Gym uniform.
Yeah.
I went into the interview, put my feet on the table. Bro, my phone rang, I answered the phone. I'm swearing in the interview. I'm still not sharpened up. Do you get?
Yeah,
and I was so confident that I was getting that job because it was with the regional that I had a good relationship with. I thought I had him patterned up.
Yeah.
Next thing you know, I walked out, he phoned me and says, sorry, Kane.
You ain't got the job.
You ain't got the job. You need to work on X, Y, and Z. But what they did was they gave me bullet points
of what to work on.
And you give me, I'm like a dog with a bone. You give me something, you give me a target, you set me that target, but you have to give me direction at this time. I need direction because I don't know what I'm doing. Do you understand? I just know that I'm willing to work and I know that I want to do good. I want to make my mum proud. Do you get me? So these are my incentives that push me. So anyway, he's give me them bullet points. I've gone back to my GM in Mansfield, said, yo, fuck, I didn't get it, man. I've had to phone my mum, devastated, like I thought I had it. You get me? Before I'm like, yeah, mum, I got this. Don't watch nothing. I phone you when I come out of there. They're light work. Next thing, come out of there. Right, mum, I ain't got the job. She was like, oof. All right, son. Same as my mum always says. All right, son. Nothing you can do about it. Dust yourself off. Get right back up. I said, right, okay, mum. Bam, straight back on the horse. Went back. Got all the bullet points in the email. Worked on them. 3 months later, another application comes through. This time, that was for Altrincham. Yeah. Back down Manchester. So I was ready to come home then. Okay. But I was coming back equipped.
Yeah.
You get me? Whip. I was making P. I didn't need the roadside. I didn't need nothing like that because I was making money.
Yeah.
Surviving. So then a next job comes up in Nottingham, but I'm thinking, man, I don't want to really be in Nottingham, but it's an extra 10k a year. So
that was what, 38k a
year? That would have been on 30, 38. Yeah. So I said to myself, right, you know what? 32. Sorry, 32 a year. It was 32 and it was 22. 22.
Yeah.
And then 32.
Oh, okay, yeah.
AGM is 10k difference.
Yeah.
Sorry, AGM was 22 and
this one's 32.
So anyway, I'm thinking, boy, an extra 10 grand. It's good though.
Yeah.
So next thing now, I'm thinking, okay, sweet, let's do this. So let's do this. So then I've applied for it, and it was with a regional called Matt Tomlinson. Shout out to Matt Tomlinson. And I've gone there, shirt, tie. He told me to do a presentation on what I'd do in the first 30 days. So I did a presentation. I went to the gym, spoke to all the PTs, did a little bit of a snoop around, wrote some notes down on what was wrong with the gym. I went in there, sat there, turned my phone off, interview, shirt on, phone off, presentation, there you go. 5-6 page presentation. Read it out to him. Smashed it. Come out of there, yo, I'm up. I've done it. I've done it this time. I've got it. Next thing you know, get a phone call. Kane, it's Matt. Yes, Matt, what you saying? Nah, you've not got it.
No, I thought you were going to say you have got it.
Nah. I was like, why, man? He said, your presentation was generic. He said it was generic. It could have been about any gym.
Yeah.
It wasn't specific. You didn't put any of your rivals. You didn't do a SWOT analysis on your rivals. You didn't understand the demographic of the area. So it was generic. So it could have been from everyone. So I was like, snap. Okay, what do I need to do? Okay, Kane, boom, follow this protocol. Set me another task. I went away. Another 3-4 months. Stayed in Mansfield. Next thing you know, bam, ping, email, ping, Rochdale, Pure Gym, available, application, bam, let's go again. Bam, this time, bro, I've got Matt Buckley on the phone, Matt Tomlinson on the phone, Steve Norton, all of them are saying, right, bat. I'm taking it all in, chatting it down,
advising you on what to do.
Not telling me what to do, but asking me questions.
Okay, preparing you for it.
Preparing me. Yeah. Asking me questions. What is?
Yeah.
And making me go and do the work. They didn't do it for me.
Yeah.
Do you get me? I had to go and do the work myself. Next thing you know, boom. I've done everything, bro. I go to this interview, and this was my third time, you know. Don't forget, I've been knocked back through life since I've been a kid.
Let's hope third time lucky.
Do you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm in this interview now, and I whip out everything. Prior to, I went down to the gym. I snuck in. I blagged the PTs that I was just someone coming from out of town to just get a quick session. Got some dead feedback off one of the PTs, so I didn't put his name down, but I just stated when I went in, one of the PTs didn't give me the correct advice and didn't follow the right procedures, and I went into the changing rooms and one of the checkoffs weren't tight. I took a picture of it, put all this in my presentation. Went into this presentation, bro, and I blew them out the water. Hit them with everything specific, SWOT analysis, strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats, everything. Started to learn different things, so I'm challenging myself now. Blew them out the water, go home, sat with my mum, bam, get the phone call. Kane, you've got the job. Boom.
Man like,
you get me, bro? So,
but all of that comes from experience. You wouldn't have been able to get that job without going to those interviews, learning all the pointers, and getting patterned up from everyone else around you to make sure that you do these things.
Of course, and it's not just that as well. It's, you know, this is why I keep telling people where we come from. You know, we come from the struggle, bro. Yeah. Regardless of what, we come from a struggle because we're not middle class. you understand what I'm saying? We're not
Yeah.
upper class. We come from the struggle. Coming from the struggle, there's always adversity that we face somewhere along the line, especially when you're a street kid and you're on the streets and this and that. And the resilience that I built up from the streets, from, you know, all the experiences I've been through, was able to help me keep my focus when I got knocked back for the first interview, got knocked back from the second interview. It allowed me the determination, the belief that I told you that I carried from day .1 through the prison time. It allowed me to apply myself to be able to do what I needed to do to make sure that on that third time, I got it.
You got it, yeah.
And I got it. And then, you know, fast forward again, I go to the gym. I hit that gym. The P&L, which is profit and loss, which is your bottom line for anyone who may not know, because I didn't know until I was taught that by the managers about profit and loss. So I'm saying education is key for our younger generation. Economics, all of this is key. It's vital, because I didn't know about P&L. And then I learned that when I went to that gym, they said to me, look, there's your P&L. Last year, the GM left this gym £15,000 in the red. Your job is to make sure it's in the green by the end of the year. Fast forward to the end of the year, Pure Gym Rochdale was in £25,000 in the green, in the positive. So I made £25,000. And the regional came to me, Matt came to me when I was in Mansfield before I got my GM role, and he said to me, and I was like eager, yo, Matt, man, you need to get me there. He said, bro, listen. He said, you know what you are, Kane? He said, you're a diamond, but you've not been cleaned up. You've not been cleaned up, polished.
Yeah.
He said, you're a diamond that needs to be polished. And when we got into Foot Asylum and we started making noise, I phoned him. I said, yo, what you saying? I'm a nearly polished now. Man's getting emotional thinking about it, bro, because it's that real.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? I said to him, yo, because he believed in me, you get me? So I said to him, yo, am I polished? He said, you're nearly there. You're nearly there. Keep going. You get what I'm saying? So for me, it's like all these situations that I've experienced, they all resonate with me, bro. Like, and I use them as tools to help me get from one stage of growth to another. And the method that I used to keep Pure Gym Rochdale in the green, to keep it in the green, was member retention. My ability to interact with customers was on a different level. On point. And I retained all my members, not necessarily getting them in.
Yeah.
But when I did get them,
you kept them.
I kept them because I create a family atmosphere, and that's what we brought over to Bada. Bada is a family. Do you know what I'm saying?
I think this is the transition point of the podcast where we need to talk more about Bada and talk about what you're doing.
Okay.
So, what year was it when you were in the gym?
So, gym was Bada started so you're saying 2015? 2015, I went from Pure Gym Rochdale to Denton.
Yeah.
I smashed it there. And then I said, right, okay, I need to move on now. I've learned what I've needed to learn.
Yeah.
The only step from there was senior gym manager into regional.
Yeah.
And for me, regional was a lot of work.
For not much more money.
Well, yeah, there was a good bit more money, but for me, I'd got enough from that situation.
Okay.
I needed something different. I needed something more. But don't forget, at the time of this, bro, I'm balancing my fight career.
Yeah.
So don't forget, it's not just Bada. I was fighting whilst I had all this going on, bro.
Yeah.
I was beating guys. I'd had 6. By the time I was released, don't forget, I had a fight on home leave when I was on home leave 3 days before I was released from prison. And I won that fight, and then I won all the rest. So whilst I'm doing this Pure Gym thing, I'm also a professional fighter, balancing my fight career, training, getting up at 6 a.m., 5 a.m. runs, 6 a.m. runs, going to the gym, teaching classes, going to the other gym, training my MMA, coming home, stretching at night, going to sleep non-stop consistently for years, bro. Do you understand what I'm saying to you? So my thing is, we went into Bada off the back of, as a fighter, and off the back of being a manager. So I was able to transfer all that into the brand.
Into creating your own brand.
Into creating my own brand,
What was the motivation for creating the brand? So obviously you're a fighter and GM at the time.
Yeah.
Where did the idea of, I want to make a brand?
Yeah.
Where did that come about from?
So, well, basically, at the time I started fighting and my Instagram started going up. I started getting followers and started to get a bit of a following, support. I was coming with Musa smash. So every time I used to finish a man in the cage, I'd be like, smash, because I'd smash them
the
up.
signature thing.
Yeah, smash, that was my thing. No games as well, hashtag no games. I don't play no games.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Because I don't play games, bro. Anything I do, I go hard. I try my best. I just try my best, bro. I give everything. Do you understand?
I don't know why I keep looking at the Bada logo. Every time you say you're doing your best and all that stuff, it's like it is a representation of everything you've worked for so far. That is it,
bro. This brand means the world to me, and
I can see, bro.
And it resonates with our supporters and everybody who believes in the brand, because, like I'm saying to you, be a dangerous rival. All my life, I've been a competitor. I've been competing, whether it's been in the streets, whether it's been with my peers, with my friends, competing for hierarchy within your own gang, competing against other gangs, then going to prison, competing with guys in jail to be the big man on the wing and whatever. I've constantly been in competition. I've been a fighter in the cage, being a fighter in life. I'm a fighter in life. Forget about MMA. Forget about anything. I'm just a fighter. Mentally in life, bro.
Yeah.
Like, life for me is great. It's a blessing, but it's a battle. Do you understand?
100%.
And the battle to do well and to make your parents proud and look after the people around you.
Yeah.
It's not easy, bro.
No, of course not.
Do you get what I'm saying? It's a battle. And for me, the brand represents that fighter spirit. Anyone who's a fighter, you don't have to be a physical fighter. You're a fighter. You're fighting now to have the #1 podcast. Facts.
Yeah.
Come on, bro.
Sure.
This is what I'm saying is, we aim for the stars. Yeah. Sometimes I have little mad visualizations, and one day I was sat and I was thinking, imagine a star in the sky, bro. And on this earth, we're all little shooting stars trying to get to it.
Yeah.
Your Bob Marleys, your legends, they actually they shot from the earth and landed on there.
Yeah.
If you aim for that, bro, even if you get 10% up, 5% up, 15, 20, it's a lot better than where you started, bro.
100%.
So what I'm saying is, if we aim for the stars, bro, and we get off the ground and we get going, we've done well.
Even small minus, like you were saying, even if you don't get there, all the steps you make is all progress and progression from where you once were.
Bro, this is what I'm saying to you. We all started with nothing.
Yeah.
We all work towards something, and where we end up is where we were meant to end up. As long as we work hard, dedicate ourselves, focus and maintain belief,
make it happen.
We'll make it happen. And that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying for you. You're aiming to be the #1 podcast.
Fact. And
you are going to be a rival, because everybody else who's in your lane is your rival. Whether you might not be a competitive guy competition is everywhere, bro. And that is what the brand represents. Do you understand? Where people are going to see your podcast and think, Ras, if my man's podcast is serious, he gets some serious guys on there. He has good questions. They open up well. They have, I'm opening up. I'm talking honestly and open to you, bro.
No, I appreciate
and that's based off you and the person you are. So your podcasts are going to be strong because people feel comfortable around you to talk to you. So, that's what the brand represents. It doesn't.
Listen, I appreciate that, man.
You're welcome, bro. You're welcome, man. Trust me, man. Trust me, bro. You're welcome.
Bring on the competition.
Exactly. And shout out to Ray's as well. Ray's. You don't know about it. Ray's Cafe, yeah?
Right. So, so I rudely interrupt your story of how you started Bada, or what gave you the inspiration and motivation to start in the first place.
Okay. So for us, there was, we had the sit down and we're talking about names and brands and this and that. And I believe that when it comes to branding, it's about making something resonate with yourself. And for me, I embraced Islam when I was younger. And
what year?
You're talking 2007?
So that's before prison.
Yeah, well before prison.
Okay.
Well before prison. And when we were younger, we used to say, yo, I'm a badder man. Like, yo, my man's a bad man. I'm badder than my man, bro. Do you get me?
Yeah,
so when we were having this thing, Bada came up and it was like, okay, let's look up Bada, the word Bada.
And did you spell it like that when you were looking up?
Yeah, Bada. Yeah. Bada. That was just Bada in it. B-A-D, Bada in it. And when we looked up, you know, there was meanings for it, and we came across obviously the Arabic War of Bada, the most famous war, with the War of Bada, being a Bada man, being a dangerous rival. Everything just came together.
Just represented a lot of things in one word.
It just, yo, bro, so much meaningful with this. This is why when people say to me about, you know, putting a name to their brand, I say to people, like, understand that your brand needs serious identity. Like with us, with my brand, we've got identity. Do you get what I'm saying? And brand identity is very important, and I know exactly what our brand represents.
100%. If you lot are enjoying this podcast so far, make sure you press the like button, share with everyone else, and make sure you subscribe, because we're also going to have a second video with Kane, so make sure you stay tuned for that. So as well as Bada, you showed me around the place, and you also have an agency, am I right?
Yeah, so I work with a guy called Rob, who's an agent here, and he's his agency. He's great with kind of like helping new brands come through. So if you've got a brand and you might want to get in some stores, you know, hit me up. I can put you through, and if your brand's got legs, then we can give you that opportunity. So
what sort of brands like do you work with, or can you not say?
Well, it's not. I can't say. I'm not going to say any in particular names. But what I will say is that there's a lot of fresh startup brands that come through that develop into big name brands. Yeah. Do you know what I'm saying? In terms of the brands, you know, like I said, Brand Pool is the agency that we work with, and the aim of the agency is to help fresh brands come through, find themselves a place in the market, and help develop them into becoming a big name brand. So that's the aim of it.
I'm not gonna lie, I've whether I keep it on the podcast or not, I don't know, probably will. But I've had the idea of creating a brand.
Okay.
More of a representation of what it means to be a CEO. I was handing a CEOCAST, so I was gonna call it something along. Gonna definitely cut the name out.
Yeah, of course.
Something along the lines of.
Okay.
So by that name, what would you?
Just means, innit? It means the small few that are blessed with the thought process of out the box thinking. Blessed with the understanding of frequency, manifestation, visualization, hard work, dedication, sacrifice, and belief, bro.
All of it, yeah. So that's exactly when I thought of that, I was like, that could actually bang, because that would go hand in hand from what I'm doing right now. For everyone who messes with CEOCAST and likes the content and wants to actually learn and develop themselves to be a CEO.
Yes.
That is just a representation. The same way Bad is a representation of the competition in your whole life.
Of course.
It's like this is a representation for what everyone wants to be. Sort of thing.
I think that's amazing, bro. So, it's just it's just then about how you do your branding, how you make the branding look, how you make your logo look. That's one thing I've got to figure out. That's fine. There's no rush, bro. There's no rush with anything. I was even
thinking like a small logo, just literally like a.
Oh snap! I like it, you know, bro.
So it could be a good idea.
I like it. Honestly, I'm not. With me, if I don't like something, I'll just say to someone, think of another way of getting that logo out. If I didn't like the style that you broke it, but to me that makes sense, man.
So then my question to you would be, what would be my steps as someone who's got that idea for a brand? What would be my steps to actually making it a reality to me wearing it right now? Okay,
so first thing you'd need to do is kind of, obviously you understand about setting up business, yeah? So you set your business up, you get your company registered, company's house, all that, yeah? We get that done. Yeah. Then you need to find yourself a designer, so someone who's going to design the clothes. You also need to, you're going to have to set up your Shopify. You're going to have to find a manufacturer, but step by step, first things first is getting yourself a designer and manufacturer. Yeah. Get your designs right and get your manufacturing right. Make sure that you understand the fit, the look, the quality, where you want to sit in the market. Where do you want to sit in the market? Do you want to be a premium brand? Do you want to be, a lower level brand? What type of brand do you want to be? Premium. Well, okay. So then if you're premium, then obviously you got to understand that you're going to be paying a bit more higher price point on your manufacturing side for your cost. Yeah. But at the same time, you're going to be putting out for a higher price point. Then you got to understand in terms of when you do nail that, then you need to start looking at how you're going to market it. What's your marketing? Are you set up on Facebook Ads Manager account? Are you going to have influencers wearing your stuff? Is your Shopify website account going to be, is it going to be engaging? Have you got somebody who knows how to do websites to set up to get it run? You need to make sure you got yourself a digital marketing company to work with, or can you bring somebody in, either pay them or bring them in to the business who can deal with stuff for you from a digital marketing perspective. And then, bro, man, just then once you got your logo, your designs, your manufacturers, your website, your influencers, your Facebook Ads Manager account, and then you just need your team, and you just got to go hard, brother, and just keep constantly thinking of ways to bring your own separate lane to the table. So we are in our own lane because there isn't really a brand like Bada who is a representation of urban street and sportswear. That is a brand that represents a fighter spirit that is all about competition and being a dangerous rival.
And I think the special thing about it is the fact that the actual CEO, the boss, is a fighter himself. So it's not like a company just gone out and set out to be a competition represented brand, whereas the actual owner is a cage fighter. You can't get that anywhere else.
Well, this is why I say ours is our DNA is sports.
Yeah,
because that's what I am, and that's what the brand represents is sports. So our DNA matches up, and that's why now you'll see me wearing our new sports gilet that's about to land. Oh, it's gonna be probably first week, so probably around about the 5th or the 6th of June.
Make sure you keep your eyes peeled for that one.
Make sure, because right now you'll see me. I'm wearing the new gilet. We've got the new pants with the cut and sew lines. We've got the reflective print. We've got too much going on. Yeah. I'm telling you, too much. No,
I smashed it. So I'm going to ask you last couple of questions because we can't not mention this. Your clothes are obviously in Foot Asylum.
Yes.
So how do you even get your foot into the door to be in Foot Asylum? Because Foot Asylum is a retailer that's alongside the same lines of JD.
Yeah.
Wait, that's a big thing.
Yeah, of course. It's kind of like, for me, it's create enough noise. Same as being anything. If you create enough noise,
people will look.
Then people will look, and then the big boys will come, and they want to do business, and that's the top and bottom of it. You build a strong brand. That goes without saying. But you're asking me, how can you create a lot of noise, have people talking about it, and sometimes it's not about what you know or what you do. It's about who you know, and we knew the right people at the right time, and the rest is history. We've gone into Foot Asylum, and we're very strong within store in Foot Asylum, and we've got a great relationship with them.
So you make that sound a lot simpler than it probably is.
Of course I do.
Yeah.
But look, I'm not. My reality, my thing is this: I love to be as real as possible, but at the same time, I don't want to make things sound daunting to people, because there's a lot of people who want to do what we're currently doing, which is partner up with a major retailer. Some people don't, but we did, and we achieved that goal. But it's not easy. But nothing that's great is easy. Everybody knows that. It's hard work, dedication. I'm going to be repeating myself all day on this podcast. Do you get what I'm saying, though, bro? It's at the end of the day, know what you want. Understand that you need to set your incremental step-by-step goals. You're going to get knocked back. You know how many times we've been knocked back, bro, with this brand? This brand's had it hard, brother. This brand's been knocked back a few times. And there will be a story down the line when I can tell the full story about the brand. But, we'll save that for later.
Yeah, part two. If you don't want to see that. Like,
share,
all of that good
comment, subscribe, do everything you need to do, yeah?
Damn, I need to pay you for the promo.
Come on, man, it's all right, man. It's all right. Trust me, marketing.
Yeah, that's
what we do, man. So, but like I'm saying is, it is, man, just work hard, guys. Just work hard, man.
I wanna ask you last final thing.
It's fine.
obviously, going way back to the beginning of this podcast, you said you want to release it around the 35th birthday, and because you want it to be impactful.
Yeah.
So for the people who are watching this, who may be in your position when you were younger, what's the message you want to leave them with?
That can't just be said like just with a few words, but we're gonna have to try. But
well, I hope the whole rest of the podcast inspired you for that.
Yeah, no, but what I want to say to you younger guys is that understand that I've been through everything that you guys are probably going through right now. I've been through the hardships, having no money, having no one to look up to, no one to give me any form of guidance at that age of being young. But what I will say to you is stay focused, set yourself some goals, give yourself put a vision in your mind where you want to be in the end. Stay away from stupidness. You don't need to be involved in no stupidness. There's ways out there's opportunities out of any form of stupidness if you're involved in that we didn't have. But what I will say to you is work hard, keep your eyes on people that are doing things that you want to achieve, follow their lead, and then before you know it, with hard work, dedication, sacrifice and belief, you yourself could be in this position.
Beautifully said.
Thank you.
And the last final question I have, which I ask everyone, but I feel like I haven't asked anyone for a long time because I ain't done a podcast in a long time. What does success mean to you? If you had to define success for yourself, but also for your brand, your fighting career, what does success look like to you?
There's a few representations of it for me. One is for making my family proud, making my family happy, being able to provide and support my family from a financial and an emotional place.
Yeah.
Being able to be recognized by my peers, by people who support me as somebody who has worked hard and been able to achieve great things, and being able to inspire and motivate other people to better their life. That's what success means for me. And
I think you're genuine about that as well, because a lot of people say that, and sometimes you can get a feeling of that, do they really mean it, sort of thing. But yeah. I think with you, it's proper genuine.
Man, everything about me is just, you see what it is, isn't it? I'm out here grinding, trying to achieve, trying to make things happen, and I'm doing whatever it takes to get there.
To make it happen.
Simple.
Before we started this podcast, you asked me, what I think it was earlier on today, you asked me what was my top podcasts that I've done or my favourite ones. I'm honestly saying this, I think this has been one of my favourites.
Thank you, brother.
I rate the proper hustle in you, I rate the drive and the focus that you got.
It's the only way though.
Yeah, and the stages that you put in place to make sure something happens. From prison, from early life, from after prison, everything you got the drive and ambition there to make everything happen. So I've got to rate you for that.
Yeah, man. Thank you, bro. I appreciate it. Yeah, make sure you get on to the CEO podcast, man. Kai is out here working himself to make it happen for himself. And shout out my boys as well. Shout out Akirimi, Kion, and Kyle. Daddy loves you.
Sweet. If you lot enjoyed that podcast, make sure you press the like button. It helps out a lot more than you guys think. So kindly press that. Subscribe. Turn your post notifications on. And follow us both on Instagram at CEOCAST and at Kane M14. Am I right?
That's it. Kane M14.
Yeah, they're all going to be on screen right now. And if you were inspired by this podcast, let us know. If you want to see a part 2, let me know, because I feel like there's a couple of things that maybe I missed out.
It's fine.
But also there will be a video out next week, so make sure you stay tuned for that. Other than that, I'll catch you guys next time on the next episode of CEOCAST.
Let's go.
What was that saying?
Sick.
Yeah, enjoyed it, yeah?
I enjoyed that.
Oh.
So that, you like that, bro?
You know, I swear to God,
Yeah.
How many podcasts have I come with you? Quite a few.
Yeah.
I've never ever leaned forward for this guy.
I swear down, this guy's always been there on his phone, just chilling, vaping or something like that.
Not paying attention. Bro, I swear down, I was like, bro.
Yeah, look, bro, man. Yeah, bro.
And that's a wrap.
Yeah, that's real, man. That's what we like, bro, man. We smashed it, man. I'm happy with that, bro.
That's exciting, man.
Yeah.